Hello, Atom here. Gonna be doing something a bit different compared to normal or previous streams. I'm gonna be doing a bit of Sandbox because Eve is hard. So I want to at least be able to have something like a better understanding of how to launch from Eve. Yeah, if we pull up the Delta V map, to put it up for myself. Yeah, 8,000 Delta V to get from Eve to orbit, which is rough. But let's give it a shot. So, what do I want? I think maybe I'll go for yeah, Mark II command pod to get the 2 Kerbals out. Focus on that for now. I had an idea. It's a stupid idea, but it would be funny. Basically, if would be under robotics. That's a bit too heavy of a rotor. That then something like that. And then basically just taking the entire thing up and either landing on top of a mountain or just trying to launch from a helicopter. If I'm going to do this, I could have an empty up the fuel tanks, helicopter it up to the top of a mountain, land, and then mine, extract ore, in situ resource, whatever utilization. Convertron, refuel at the top of the mountain. Maybe get rid of the propellers then. Alternatively, try to land on top of the mountain. Off. Like from orbit down to the top of the mountain. That would be a bit difficult, and then have some kind of helicopter or drone go pick up. Well, it would have to be a drone, but something to go pick up the Kerbals. First, I want to see how much mass can I bring. Okay, neither of those are the right size. Go 1.5. No, 5. Yeah, no batteries. Okay. But could do that. Simply that out for now. Bunch of batteries. I would want this to be on something. Be able to move it. Size 0, I think. Yeah, that's size 0. Top 2. Cool. And then I'll just use the move tool to move it into position. It's about right. Get the other one. Maybe move the other one down. Move the whole setup down. And kind of nose cone on top. Bit too small. Way too small. Small. Yeah. Come on. Oh. Ah, that's why it's too small. Okay, now it fits. So, top one will be easiest to access. The invert direction and then counterclockwise. So, Eve, heli, heat. I'll just keep things simple. Go for 0 for toggle motor power. Interesting, you can toggle motor direction. RPM limit up with the max, that's fine. Maybe also toggle deploy on the rotors. Then on the main throttle, by angle. I might want to put that in a Cal controller. Just to be able to limit it. So, yeah, let's rename this to Ball of Attack. Let's give it a length of 10. By angle. They start off at 0 and then go up to say 20 for now. Copy that over to other one. Get rid of those. Put position on this one. That right? Let's just give that a shot. Oh wait, I need a source of power. Oh. at least test on the ground. Some reaction wheels here? Okay. It's wobbling a fair bit. Okay, I guess radio out was that. So, yeah, if the motor suddenly turns off in an actual helicopter, you get something like this happening, where it's... I've got the angle of... Oh, yeah, actually, it's not deployed anyway, so it's at 0 degrees. But because the blades are still spinning, they're still producing some lift. But also, even if they weren't originally spinning, the fact that you're falling down will make the spin, which will then in turn give you some lift. It's got a name. Auto... something. Anyway, but vehicle assembly. And I will go... Let's start off with a bunch of thermocouples. Then throw in a bunch of solar panels for good measure. And let's give this one a shot. And head over to Eve. So, since I'm not in career mode, this. Oh, it's not nighttime. Oh. Let's give that another try. And not come in with a pitch of that to be 90 degrees. Oh, okay. Maybe give it a wider base then. Oh, it sticks around. Okay. Guess first of all, that is already. Alright. Hello. Give it an engine plate. So I'm testing out how much weight we can reasonably lift off with a helicopter. That's the intention, at least. Okay. Have a look. Yep. Another thing to test would be how high up we can go. Okay, doesn't like physics warp. Noted. Okay. Sure if that made it any brighter for you. Straight up. Okay, not even actually using. Oh. Interesting. Okay, probably best not to edit it while I'm climbing. Maybe 22 degrees pitch angle would get more angle of attack would work better. Even more thrust. Lift. Yeah, our actual speed's going up. It's less dense air. Interesting. So, I mean, definitely then it seems that air resistance is playing a bigger factor than lift. That's an interesting sunrise though. Still going up. 9.1, still increasing in speed. But I think that does get us out of the thickest parts of the atmosphere. Can I look at data GUI? What is the pressure? Still 3 times. That's dynamic pressure. Static pressure though. What about 2 times sea level pressure on Earth? And presumably Kerbal? Might actually be more feasible than I was expecting. It will look maybe slightly ridiculous. And the other question is how to eject it. Probably put some separatrons on the base here. Speed is still going up. Okay. Nearly 10 kilometers up. Still high pressure. And the contra-rotating blades keep us from rotating. It's going up faster than it was before. How much? To speed to I wonder. How much of the torque limit are we using currently? I want to check if the electric charge use changes. 5.52. 5.53, so it is going up. RPMs are increasing, okay. No, they're just fluctuating. Not sure if they're increasing or not. Now we are below sea level pressure. Speed, I think, is starting. No. We are starting to go down, I think. Oh, still going up, but our speed's going down. So, I mean, probably we're not going to get quite as high up with a full rocket. This is going to be significantly lighter, probably, than what we'll actually be taking off with. Still, there's potential. And I think maybe we'll have RTGs on like an engine plate or something that we drop when we get rid of the rotors as well. Okay, we might be able to get to something like 20 kilometers. I think the RTGs are fairly dense. Not sure. Yeah, so if we were to launch from 20 kilometers, we would have more options for engines, since we wouldn't necessarily need sea level. That's starting to drop a bit. They're a bit faster now. I'll see what the absolute limit is. That's certainly a hard order there. Down to about a third of sea level pressure, which is ninth of Eve sea level or something. Physics swap now? Nope. Still no. I think this will get up to about 25,000. I think something at about with 7.5 tons. So. And I'm not sure how much Delta V budget I'd need after that. I think as well. But lift off for now and give it maybe an engine plate. Okay, smallest engine plate's too small. Guess we could just leave it without a nose cone. Bit annoying. Oh well. How I wanted to look at how much mass of those. 0.08 compared to 0.04. Okay, so not actually that massive. They are pretty expensive. Maybe I will try to keep them. Oh, I will probably be needing a fairly full rocket. Size... No, I went up to size 2. Start off with that. Everything up. And out. The separatrons. Yeah. Go together. I think go together too. Now go for a size 2 engine. Something that's okay, specific in air, while also being pretty good orbit. And also, which mass are the 0.02 tons, okay. Oh, I probably don't need to have bring even at the bottom. I think up here I'll go something 380. Vacuum 350. Is significantly less tall. I think I might go for that. And something that will be better in atmosphere down here. Let's check E. Altitude of 20 kilometers. So it's 5 times sea level at sea level. And even at 14 kilometers, that's a good height to get to. 20 would be great. Though. 30, so 280. Give her. Might give that a try. So 300 seconds at kilometers compared to 20 kilometers. 103. Yeah, I think I will. Then I will get another decoupler. Bottom. Then give a large base plate. Cool. Let's I put them out. Side. Yeah, so this is to give it a wide base. That's fine. Yeah. Not going to be enough, but probably add some more side, or yeah, I'll probably need engines as well, since that's only going to be a thrust weight ratio of 1.29. So I want, these don't need to be staged. This one and top one at the same time with the separatrons. And actually probably also those two together. So we'll save that for now. Also go into the back one. Bring this side up to T25. No, 22.5 is the maximum. Okay. Yes, that will be it then. Save that. Yes, we'll launch. This will be a tonnage now, 62 tons. So about 10 times the mass. We will see how that goes. No, that's not where I want it to be. Okay, that's not quite stable. Let's put some struts on. Let's give that a go. Let's also put us. Let's try to stabilize at least. Nope, not enough. Okay. Maybe some more reaction wheels. Oh, it is structural, okay. Oh, is there one? Yes, there are. Okay. String grip. give that a try. Excuse me. On. Nope. Okay, how about if enable I did not think about that. Physics easing is still in progress. Above ground. Leave that all line us. Angle of the hill. I think that did actually show you some promise though. If I disable east ground. Oh, I forgot to turn SAS on. However, the fact that it's not able to take off from Kerbal ground, not promising. SAS on. Good, yeah. Yeah, okay, it's not taking off. That's a pity. Let's try to reduce mass then. Size 2. That's size 3. Just start with that. It's looking like might idea. Able to take off from Kerbal. Maybe east ground time. Try to take off. Would help if I push the right way and not push us further into the ground. Reaction wheels alone won't be enough. So, I wonder, how about not that way, the other way. Oh, didn't finish succeeding. Did touch the ground, but not enough. Season completed. Oh, what? Okay. Did they have more velocity than expected or something, maybe? Didn't turn them on. Possible that at lower speed they need a different tack to take off. What if I put the pitch as a slightly different heading? Increase the altitude just a bit. Heading, let's go with 100. Similar to the... 80. Oh. There we go. Okay. Rotors. Okay, we have lift. Okay, pointing up. No, down. Why is it leaning over? Not leaning by too much. Kind of, eh? Definitely think we try to land on top of a mountain. That might be a bit difficult. Especially since we saw the difficulties with just landing on this mountain. Trying to find the right angle of attack's pretty hard. It's changing so rapidly. Hmm. No, 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 no. And I'm just going down. Five seconds of specific impulse. Yeah, that's not great. Also really doesn't have much thrust. Okay. Oh, that idea's a bust. I could have a helicopter bring it to bring the Kerbals to the target. Just wouldn't then also be bringing them all the way up. Yeah. Let's eating them. Now the goal would just be to have a how do I get this to the top of the mountain though? Well, actually, this is all empty. How bad is it then? This should be significantly less mass. Vision. Okay. Motors. Yep. So he takes off. It's to get to the top of the mountain. See? Somehow. Currently not rating my chances all that great on me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like this. So, I've got this idea at least. And it would be... They're all attaching to the engine, aren't they? Yep. Oh well. And have thermal. This. Then also. Yeah. Something like that. That would then go brought to the top of the mountain, and then you can launch from there. In that case, I would only need a couple of Septrons to get this out of the way. As an example, launch, and let's get this to the top of the mountain. Wait, this doesn't. Okay. Get up there. Oh. Out of this. Try again. Just keep going uphill. Eventually we'll find somewhere flat. time to get this up to. Probably could have done with some lights on this. Ooh. Okay. Where of that? Okay. Well, the ridiculous option would be to mine down there and then helicopter it across. Deliver it. And take a couple of trips, maybe. Ugh. Okay, well, first stage. Highlight helicopter blades. SAS on, thrust up, maybe 60%. There's a helicopter blade. What? I'm pretty sure the engine was fair. The engine was set to... Yeah, those activate together. Don't tell me it was included. First one. Bust up at maximum. Oxidize deprive. That's right, I forgot about that. Okay. Don't think I can Okay. Yeah, docking with this thing would be a pain. Ah. Eve is hard. Fill this up with fuel. Geyser. I might just, rather than trying to dock, I might just use a grabbing arm then. Literally called grabbing unit. No wonder that's the first thing that popped in my mind. Sort by size. Size 2. Big one. might just deliver one load as proof of concept and then keep the rest in, rather than go back and forth several times. Prove that it can be done repeatably, and then just say it was done off camera. Oh. Not sure how to do that with ore. I know how to do it with liquid fuel and oxidizer. Oh. How do I put in those? Wow. This is here. Up slightly. Less risk of something getting destroyed that way. Coupling. Time symmetry. It's 6 times. Baseline and then pairs. And use height to give them all height. Oh. Two. Yeah. Oh. What'll do, I guess. Go for size half. That's fine. Oh, nearly here. Two for the couplers. Yep. Pair each decoupler with its bottom one. And we'll go with this one. Crossfeed on all of these. One more crossfeed. Go. Now, engines. This will also have to go first. That will go even more first. Eve. 10 kilometers. Okay, so it's currently at 0.3 there. Last. One's last. Yep. I need high sea level thrust 374. That's Bobcat's looking best, I think. Apart from Zomp, that seems ill. Next, this one. Still not enough thrust weight ratio. Still not enough thrust weight ratio. Okay, what's wrong with this then? Here. It's 1.25. Not ideal. It might have to do. How's for specific input? 90 compared to... obvious way to reduce drag at least. Add some struts. Add some struts between them too. Hopefully that'll be enough. Okay, not strong enough. Some auto strutting would help, but for that, some bots in. Times Q. close enough. Top. Save that, and then let's move side. Auto strut to grandparent part. Final one. Give that a shot now. Time. Oh. So, first staging. Hi, helicopter blades. Okay, now up. Launch time. They are only 5 kilometers of thrust weight, like you expected. Staging. Is that drag that we're getting? We need a bit. Drop that one and higher. Need 15 kilometers up. Only up 26 kilometers, 30 kilometers now. Have enough thrust ratio, at least. Try not to overheat. This should actually get us base. Next question is, can we circularize? Static pressure is basically nothing now. Enough delta V. Nice. Here we go. Welcome back, Hildebrand. Good name. I have got into orbit with 1.5 kilometers to spare. As long as I take off from the top of a mountain. Okay. It's my first time actually getting from Eve to orbit. That is hard. I feel like I need a better chat box. Yeah. Better. Now, my next question is, if I empty out all the tanks, can I still lift it by helicopter? Is there a way for me to put a nose cone on top? Yeah, every EVE mission is a ritualistic sacrifice to please the Kraken. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. The amount of difficulty I've had just using cheats to get it to EVE safely. The amount of times it's just crashed upon landing. It's like, okay, well. I would like a nose cone on top, but then how do I have this? It's too small for the smallest... Oh, yeah, too small for the smallest engine plates. But I'd prefer to use... Can I use it? Yeah. Also a bit on the large side for the pairing. Could potentially put... Not sure about that. Oops. In terms of mounts. Nodes. Yep, then I've got this whole mess. Ooh. But no. Could put the engine plate here. I wonder how that couples. inside this one. Okay, then I should be able to bring things down. Go with that. Leave that. Empty out all the fuel tanks and see if it's still light enough to lift. Coloured fuel though. As soon as I say that, I immediately remove the sun. Central one's been emptied. One stack. Stack. Now two stack. Third stack. Oh. Okay. Oh, let's see. This can be lifted off. Let's start by lifting it off from Kerbin. That works. Not looking promising. I tried. So, I'm 99% sure that air-breathing engines do not work on Eve, since it doesn't have oxygen. Atmosphere. Yeah, we are not lifting off. I'll save this, and then I will just make a simple probe. Jet engine. Do it. Liquid fuel. Take course. And then engine. That should be all that's needed. Give it a brief try on Kerbin. It should work here. Then try again on Eve. So. Yep. Works on Kerbin. Interesting how the loading screen has the smoke effect on it still. Okay, now. Eve. Same out. No intake air. Again. Let's reduce that altitude a bit. Okay, let's reduce it a bit more then. How about instead I put it up further with even more reason and then just start while it's still falling. Aim out. No intake air. No air available. Yep. Got a bit more space to work with now. Also don't need it to be a decoupler because the engine plate comes with a decoupler. I want just a flat surface, so structural. Not quite large enough. If I go filter by size 1.5. This round, I don't think I can. You could just put another engine plate. We're dropping it from... No, it's literally there is no oxygen in the atmosphere. Now... I'd go for the heavy engine. Yeah, back to the back to a helicopter idea for me. Get rid of that for now. Helicopter blade. Even massive helicopter blades. Now duplicate it. I don't need it to be 2 times symmetry. Yep. I should have rotated it first, actually. Okay. Okay. Out of the way. Now, move him into the center. It looks like the center. Now just a touch. Base. Touch. Yep, that is pretty well centered. But let's now reverse the direction of the top one. Let's do. And for good measure, and I will Cal controller. I've already got a Cal controller. Back, that's what I want. Angle and angle. And I want to toggle deploy, and toggle motor power. Well, I guess it would have been fine to have both there. Not H2 position. Oh. Or I could have copied across to this. Oh well. Starting at 0 and go up to maximum. To the other one. Save. Let's give this one a try. On. Spin up those motors. They are using up some significant electric charge, but that is enough to take off from Kerbal. About half of power. Let's go over to Eve. Well then. Wonder. Have I been doing VEs in the wrong way around? VEs and multiplier? I might want it to be lower, not higher. To be slower. Down to 10%. It's a bit slower. Warp to sunrise. Warp to sunrise. Hey. All right. Just slightly ridiculous. I don't think it will be able to take off with a full load of fuel, so... And I have is just to basically bring it from wherever it lands to the top of a mountain, and then launch from the mountaintop. And then bring the fuel to the rocket, also from the ground. But using a different vehicle. We'll need more RTGs though. Whatever the term is. called when helicopter sends without power. Yep. Slow down. Okay, there we go. But yeah, basically just take it out of the heaviest, like densest part of the atmosphere, bring it to the top of a mountain, and then launch from there. Coming in sideways a bit more than I would have liked, but down safely. Then I might make it so that it's docked. I could potentially skylift another rocket in the future. It's literally just called auto rotation. Why not use a large rover platform? So, the thing is, with rovers, try getting it up a steep hill, first of all. Second of all, you're probably going to want to do it sideways. Like, wheels would be like up here and then down here, rather than trying to transport it while it's upright. Problem then, how do you get it upright? I remember one of my early ideas for a rocket from Eve was to use basically mixture between a helicopter and a plane. So that it would be able to go land sideways and then transition into vertical. But it's just not practical. This somehow, a helicopter system is somehow more practical. And yeah, secondly, also when you're dealing with rovers on Eve, it's very high gravity. Stay here? No, I don't think. No. So you're dealing with 5 times the atmosphere at sea level as Kerbal at sea level, and you also have more surface gravity. Yeah. At sea level gravity, 1.7 times the surface level gravity. So yeah, Eve is rough. Five atmospheres at sea level. Sea level temperature is also pretty high. Yeah. Yeah. That's like 100 Celsius, roughly. Uh, 130-ish C. Water boils at that temperature. I would not want to be an astronaut out on EVA at sea level here. Kerbals is something else. Despite the extreme grip strips there, we are sliding slightly. But a helicopter would be able to solve that issue. Okay, that is a very slow animation. A bit chilly if you're from hell. I guess so. Okay, I want to disable that animation. It's not great. Give me a second. Is it? Don't slide in. Hope that's updated. I'm also realizing I didn't update the name of the bit string. I do think I've set out the finish of main objectives. Just need to work on this one a tiny bit. That down a bit. Okay. One thing I didn't test is the coupling. That's how that works out. Kind of annoying that this is for junior eyes. Sky crane, heli crane separately. And actually, yeah, if it's got its own rope core and everything, then I could just separately not need to have separatrons ejected. could be interesting. This was also docked, but then I wouldn't have the struts. Yes, I did more docking ports. Oh, I'm not being silly. Called being tactical. Okay, I'm enjoying that idea too much. I am going to have to go through with it. I think that might be more of an off-camera thing, trying to get all the docking ports to line up at the same height, but then you can actually attach to all of them at the same time. The idea being, wait, do I need to have a reusable base station, considering that the base station itself can't really do much because it can't mine at the top of the mountains? Second, when I thought that grip pad was the holding tank, but it's not. Anyway. Oh. Kind of impressed that this can carry 75 tons. Okay, so this will be the prototype at least. I think I'll use the main body of this, but make a couple of changes. One of the things I will be doing, putting an inflatable docking port down. Then the Kerbal can get inside and use that to get up to the top. I mean, the other option is to use the big helicopter to do it, but yeah. So I think I might be making updates to this next time. Be keeping this the same. I will mostly the same. Starting a docking port. Underside of, I guess, yeah, it's on the underside of the coupler, so that should be fine. Updating the helicopter part. And make it regular sized. It's the annoying part. But this is for docking port size. It's size 0 instead of size 1. I would really love to have the shielded docking port there. I mean, I'll also need to design how this fits into a what's it called? Shield. Yeah, I'm gonna need a few heat shields to cover that. Honestly, helicopter crane can probably arrive by itself. Guess I could also use it to carry the fuel across, so you refuel. I think that might be next time, though. If you enjoyed, bit of a shorter stream this time, but I'll probably be back to the normal length next week. Yeah, it should be good next couple of weeks. Although I might be going back to I don't know when I'll be going back to Dwarf Fortress. Pick up the relay game again. Rengi's still currently playing. But yeah, if you're watching this as a VOD on YouTube later on, let me know any feedback you have in the comments. And until next time, see ya.